The calm on the streets of this village deep in India's western Maharashtra state belies simmering communal tension. The local mosque open, but under constant police protection. Months after an angry Hindu mob tore through the town, chanting anti-Muslim slogans. They burst into the mosque during evening prayers, brandishing metal rods, witnesses say, killing one man.
Marriage photos.
And shattering his young bride's life.
Which one is your favorite photo?
This one.
Nurul was always laughing, joking, Aisha Shikalgar says. His loss is a wound that won't heal. It's getting worse with time, not better, she says. The pain even more acute because she was 6 months pregnant when her husband was killed. With a baby he'll never know. Her mother-in-law is also deep in mourning for her only child. Every single day is awful without him, she says. He was innocent. I don't know how this happened. The scar's not only emotional in the small town. Near the mosque, a mass of mangled and burned scooters are a constant reminder of the damage the mob's fury wrought. About a dozen vehicles were set on fire, says this man. The mosque vandalized Muslim shops too. It was chaos. The terror of that day is still very real for Shakira Bhagwan. They were throwing stones, so we locked ourselves inside our shop, she says, and they kept screaming horrible anti-Muslim slurs at us. It's not an isolated incident. With rallies promoting Hindutva, the idea of Hindu supremacy over other religions multiplying. Events that often veer into inflammatory hate speech. If we sit at home and do nothing, your sisters will be converted and marry jihadis, this far-right leader warns. She's referencing what some have labeled love jihad, a conspiracy theory used to whip up divisions, accusing Muslim men of wooing Hindu girls to convert them. If you find any love jihadis or cow killers, they should be killed, says this politician, an MLA from a southern Indian state. While this legislator floats the idea of impunity for anyone committing a crime against Muslims. The government is with you, the MLA says. Do what you need to do for the Hindu religion. All of those rallies took place in Maharashtra, a state that activists warn is becoming India's new communal tinderbox. For this researcher who meticulously tracks hate speech in India from a safe distance in the US, it's a worrying trend.
There were 668 hate speech events throughout 2023, and 75% of those events took place in states ruled by the BJP.
An average of nearly 2 hate rallies a day, most of them in states ruled by the Bharatiya Janata Party, in power nationally, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's seeking a 3rd term this June.
As we inch closer to the general elections, we expect a steep rise in hate speech events.
But for some observers, it's not just the spike in rallies that's the problem. It's that hate has seeped into popular culture. Hindutva pop with anti-Muslim lyrics is getting millions of views. If you're afraid of Hindu saffron, leave the country, this singer says. We are Hindus and India is ours, this one croons. Catchy beats packing a dangerous message, this expert says.
The Hindu right wing has realized that hate doesn't have to be a boring political speech. Hate can be entertaining. Hate can be an everyday affair.
More insidious and harder to monitor. For Aisha, it doesn't matter what sparked the hate. She's struggling to piece her life back together. There's a divide between Hindus and Muslims here now. I feel it, and it won't ever be repaired. That feeling of tension between the two religious groups was a common thread, with many of the villagers reluctant to even talk about the recent violence with me. They fear it could erupt again at any time, especially with those triggers multiplying. Hate rallies, according to the researchers I spoke with, were up 62% in the second half of last year. A clear trend heading into what will likely be a heated election campaign this spring.
Our South Asia correspondent Salimah Shivji in Mumbai.